Welcome back to Chaos Corner on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. We are live to tape and live at the same time. Oh, fuck it, you guys get it. For AEW Revolution Watch Along with your old buddy, the Guardian of Chaos. We are in the third bout right now. It's the 8-man scramble, and the winner gets a future shot at the AEW Heavyweight Championship. We are at 8:52 Eastern Standard Time. As I said, this is the third bout. The first matchup, we saw Christian Cage retain the TNT Championship over Daniel Garcia with a little help from Nikki Wayne. That's right, you guys know that. The second matchup, in a stunner to me and a shocking upset, the Continental Crown Championship winner, Eddie Kingston, pinned the American Dragon Bryan Danielson clean in his in the center of the ring with a power bomb. To me, I got to eat crow on that one because I predicted Danielson. Now it's the third bout here. It's the 8-man scramble. We already saw Hook being introduced. Lance Archer with Jake the Snake Roberts. Here comes the Beast Wardlow. Also Powerhouse Hobbs. Brian Cage. Chris Jericho. And of course with Wardlow, here comes Adam Cole, baby. Boom, in a wheelchair with the Undisputed Kingdom, Bennett and Taven. Are they going to be allowed at fucking ringside? It's already an 8-man scramble. I said it already. Why are all these grapplers and men and gals allowed at ringside when they're not managers, probably don't have manager's license? This is what ruins it. This is what makes it a clusterfuck. This is what makes it outside distractions and interference, and I don't like it, and I think it's bullshit. And here comes Dante Martin from Top Flight, who won the matchup last night on a taped collision to get into this 8-man scramble. And there's also there's one of the CML guys, one of the Lucha guys that's in here as well. I didn't catch his name, but here we go. Hobbs, Archer, Wardlow, Hook, Brian Cage, Dante Martin, of course, the Wizard, the Ocho Le Champion, the Painmaker, Rainmaker, whatever the fuck he is, Y2J, the Lionheart. Chris Jericho made his way into this matchup somehow, some way, from the JAS. And no, I'm not singing. I'm not a bunch of geeks and dweebs and nerds and neckbeards and virgins and mouth breathers and all you jabronis, you AEW marks and stands. Stop with the tribalism and enjoy the competition. This is what we need. 16,000+ at the Greensboro Coliseum in North Carolina for Revolution. Sting's last match. Look at the crowd. It's nice to see a full crowd instead of the 2,500 or 3,500 that Dynamite gets for the live attendance every week. All bullshit here. The ratings are terrible for Dynamite to Rampage to Collision. I'm just telling it like it is. The pay-per-views, Tony Khan and AEW pulls it off. I'll say that. Welcome to the lounge here at Chaos Corner. I hope you guys have grabbed your beverage and your snacks because it's going to be a long night. So we have 1, 2, 3. Listen to the crowd. Well, I don't really want you to listen to them. I want you to listen to me. What a bunch of geeks. Judas in my mind. What? What are we doing? He's a legend. I get it. He's the first ballot Hall of Famer. I get it. One man, unique, unedited, unscripted, raw dog for you, the fans. So here we go with the 8-man scramble. Let me mark this off here on my notes. What is the name of the lucha star? No me jode, maricón, muévete, culo, pendejo, maricón. That's a joke, man. Lighten up, kayfabe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 grapplers here. What is he called? Magnus? Lance Archer tosses him over the top rope like yesterday's garbage. Look at Cage pressing Hook over the top rope, throws him on top of Jericho and Dante Martin. For as much as he had these huge monsters in here, like right now in the ring, it's Hobbs, Cage, Archer, Wardlow, while the 4 smaller guys are outside the ring. Look at the man meat, which is just what Tony Khan really called it, the meat matchup to begin with. What the fuck were you thinking? Is Lance Archer the biggest jobber in AEW along with Brian Cage? Well, I think so. They've ruined Powerhouse Hobbs. We know that with the Book of Hobbs and his whole story. We know what they did with Wardlow 2 years ago when he was with MJF and the Bodyguard. He was the hottest thing in pro wrestling, a la Bill Goldberg, that type, that style. They fucked that up too. And now all the four big guys are in the ring posing, doing the pose down. I get it. We understand. I'm not against the juicing. That's what you guys want to do for your living. I get it. Wardlow and Hobbs squaring off. Archer and Cage squaring off. Where's Dante Martin? Where's Magnus? Where's Jericho? Where's Hook? All outside of the ring, like waiting their spots. Hobbs and Cage off the ropes. Shoulder blades, shoulder blocks, both into Wardlow and Archer. Now it's their turn. And then you hear the crowd when they bang in the middle here from these shoulder blocks. The crowd goes, "Me!" Really? What am I watching? Porky's, the original, with meat? Or Bull Durham when Crash Davis called Nuke LaLoosh meat? What are we doing here? Duck, Duck, Go, those classic movies. The original Porky's. And now Wardlow, Hobbs, Archer, Cage, exchanging clotheslines to each other. None of them selling it. Back elbows. Super kick by Cage on Archer. Archer with a big boot to the jib on Cage. Hobbs misses on Wardlow. Wardlow with a big boot to Hobbs. Bang! Clothesline. Over top rope goes Hobbs by Wardlow. Big clothesline. Cage rolls out. Now it's Archer and Wardlow. Heads up. Mano y mano. And again, all the guys waiting outside, selling, looking up like this, waiting for their spots. And this is what happens when you get clusterfucks of matches, gauntlets, scrambles, these kind of bouts. I'm not really crazy about them. Great athletes, great stars. Wardlow into the corner. Misses Archer. Archer with a big back elbow on Wardlow. Archer is just a monster. Totally misused and misbooked here in AEW. Now Archer with the finger locks on Wardlow, climbing to the top rope, a la what The Undertaker did to Mario Mancini. Walking the ropes, Archer with the finger lock, unbelievable. Back flip onto Wardlow, down goes Wardlow. Wardlow rolls out of the ring, and the only one left is Lance Archer. Now Powerhouse Hobbs is in. Big boot to the jib by Archer on Hobbs. Right forearm shiver to the jawline of Hobbs. Archer going to do the same thing to Powerhouse Hobbs that he just did to Wardlow. Finger lock, walking the top rope, a la The Undertaker, and Archer's doing it to Powerhouse Hobbs. But Hobbs picks him up. Big, beautiful power slam by Hobbs. Down goes Archer. And now Brian Cage in a fireman's carry. Bang, slam, over goes Hobbs. Now Cage is in there, Wardlow back in, everybody taking their spot, everybody getting their shit in. Another big fireman's carry, reversal. Standing fireman's carry. Cage misses with the clothesline. Wardlow off the ropes. Beautiful Hurricane Rana by Wardlow. Holy cramoly. And now finally, here comes Jericho. Oh, and he goes for the code breaker, the front jaw breaker, double knees to the chin on Wardlow. Here's the cover by Jericho. Broken up by Hook. Now the smaller guys coming in to get their spots here in the 8-man scramble, because now Commander is in and trading forearm shivers with Hook, and now Dante Martin's in and Chris Jericho, and they're all trading chops and back-end knife edges and forearm shivers and forearm blows and bitch slaps. What the fuck are we doing here? And now all four of the big guys are outside, waiting for their chance, selling. And now the same shoulder block scenario, and off the ropes go Martin, Jericho, Hook, and Magnus. It's Martin and Magnus, the luchador, and Jericho and Hook, back and forth, no selling. What are we doing here with the 8-man scramble? I'm going to give it to Wardlow. I think Wardlow, that was my prediction, Wardlow. Jericho off the top rope, outside onto Powerhouse Hobbs. Give the old man credit. That's right, I said it, even though I'm older than Jericho. Dante Martin looks like he's setting up Magnus. Hook laying in wait. Even Prince Nana is ringside. He's not dancing now. Dante Martin, suicide dive outside on Wardlow. Magnus with a beautiful corkscrew onto Lance Archer. All the small guys going over on the big guys. Now here's Hook. Hook's the only one in the ring. Looking far side. What's Hook going to do? He's going to the high rent district. He's going to the top rope. And it looks like he's going to leap on top of Brian Cage. There it is. Beautiful double axe handle. Owl and Macho Man off the top rope to the outside of the ring on Brian Cage. All 8 men outside the ring right now. And you could see what's going on. Now Dante Martin and Magnus back into the ring. doing a bunch of different kicks, reversals. Into the corner goes Martin. Shoulder lift over the top on Magnus. Beautiful savate kick by Magnus. Going to the top rope, a la the Luchadors. Nice kick by Dante Martin. Now Wardlow on Lance Archer, back in the ring. It's Hobbs on Jericho in the ring. Now Wardlow has Archer in one corner. Jericho has Hobbs in the other corner. And Dante Martin has Magnus on the other corner. Now on the fourth post. Are they going to all set up with 4 posts here to do the superplex from the top, all 4 at the same time? And that's what it looks like, one after the other. Magnus on Martin. Cage on Hobbs. And here goes Wardlow on Archer. And it wasn't Cage on Hobbs. It was Jericho. And now here's Cage on Hook. Again, it's so set up. Look at the strength. I mean, Hook's 170 pounds. Cage is 280, full of muscle. Martin with the flying frog splash from the top rope. Pins going to pin Cage. 2 count. No way Dante Martin was going to win this, right? I mean, I already ate my words on Danielson losing to Eddie Kingston. What are we doing here with this 8-man scramble? It's all over the place. And again, it's so obvious that people are waiting for their spots and being set up, and the big guys, then the little guys, then a little mix. I get it. It's tough to book these kind of matches, but is it even really necessary? Couldn't you have just a one-on-one or a 4-way? I don't like any of them. Oh, beautiful somersault by Dante Martin. And then suicide dive outside. Look at nimble as a minx, Dante Martin. Oh, and he missed that somersault over the top rope and landed on the apron. He's lucky he didn't get hurt on that, the lower back. Look at how fast he is, though. Another flop there by Dante Martin. Flying body press onto Jericho. Here's the cover. 2 count. Broken up by Magnus, barely. A couple of botched moves by Dante Martin. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Magnus setting up for the 619 on Martin, and he hits Rey Mysterio's maneuver. Beautiful rolling thunder into a cutter by Magnus on Dante Martin. Here's the cover. Magnus going to pin Dante Martin. 2 count. Martin kicks up. Hey, listen, I have to sell it here. You know this is entertainment, right? The physicality you can't make up. But I got to give you the entertainment. That's why you're fucking here. You didn't have to pay the $50. You could have came here to Chaos Corner. Where else do you get this from someone who was an insider, who was a talent in the industry, to give you his viewpoints, right, wrong, or indifferent? Everybody's got an opinion, just like everyone's got a fucking podcast. And that's why this is a reality show. Episodic YouTube. Right now, Magnus taking over on Dante Martin in the ring. Martin's flat out. Magnus going to the top rope. All the other grapplers are outside, except for here comes Archer out of nowhere with a knee lift up to the second rope on Magnus. Now Archer's got Magnus, the luchador. What are we doing here? Big hip toss from the top rope by Archer. Looked like they had a little tough setup on that. Archer looks like he's setting him up for the choke slam. Where are all the other grapplers? Only Magnus, Martin, and Archer are in the ring. Everybody else laying outside for minutes upon minutes. Tough sell for me in this matchup. Archer with the choke slam. Only a 2 count on Magnus. How does a 5'7", 150-pound luchador kick out on a 6'8", 300-pound Lance Archer choke slam? How the fuck is that believable? How is that reality? How is that selling it to your fans? Now the crucifix from the top, Archer. But no, Jericho in with a boot to the midsection. It didn't sell for Archer. Archer got a front face lock now on Jericho and Magnus. Oh, and they reversed the double suplex on Archer. Jericho and Magnus working together. I said Commander. And then the double lion salts by Magnus and Jericho on a prone Lance Archer. Here's the cover. 2 count by Jericho. Powerhouse Hobbs slips in the bottom rope now. Hobbs with a big shoulder block on Jericho. Big double splash in the corner on Magnus. And now it's Archer and Hobbs in the middle of the ring, trying to set up for the chokeslam. Archer misses with the clothesline. Weak attempt. And then a big clothesline from hell out of nowhere by Powerhouse Hobbs. Thinking of you, Big Jim Anderson. Rest in peace, brother. And now Hobbs picks up Archer over his shoulders. Power slam by the Powerhouse. Down goes Archer. Now he rolls out. Now it's Dante Martin and Powerhouse. Misses with the roundhouse, Dante Martin. And then a beautiful power slam by Hobbs on Martin. Here's the cover. Here's the pin. Again, how does Martin kick out by a beast like Hobbs? Now Cage is in out of nowhere. Super kick on Powerhouse. In the corner with the back European uppercut. Cage taking over. Big clothesline. This isn't easy to call, fans. Big suplex by Cage on the Powerhouse Hobbs. And now Hook and Brian Cage gonna square up. They're the only two, as everybody else is outside looking in the ring, trying to see when it's their turn to get in and do their spot and get their shit in. Hook looks like he's going for the T-bone on Brian Cage. Blocked by Cage. Big clothesline by Cage. Thinking of you, Big Jim Anderson. Rest in peace, my brother. Misses with the spinning clothesline, and then Wardlow with a big suplex on Cage. And now here's Archer. Oh, Hobbs with another snap suplex on Archer. I'm sorry, Wardlow. Wardlow just dumps Magnus. It was Wardlow with those suplexes, not Hobbs. Here's Dante Martin. He misses with a weak clothesline. Super kick by Wardlow. And then another suplex by Wardlow. He's got it on everybody. Wardlow and Cage. Oh, big push-up choke slam on Cage by Wardlow. Setting him in for the power bomb. Wardlow setting him up. He's got Cage up. But no, Hook out of nowhere jumps up with a sleeper hold on Wardlow. Hook's got it cinched in. He's got it cinched in. The little guy's got it cinched in on Wardlow. Wardlow's down to one knee. Come on. No fucking way, right? Hook's not winning this, right? Am I right? He's got it locked in. They got the Hajime. And here's Jericho out of nowhere. Jericho going for the lineman tamer. As Hook still has the sleeper hold, the choke hold in. Wardlow's going to kick out of double suplex. Wait. Super kick by Cage. I got to take this off. Cage taking over on Hook now. What a maneuver by Hook and Jericho. Wardlow rolling out of the ring. Now it's Cage. Hook with the big suplex on Cage after he takes a super kick by Jericho. Now it's Hook and Jericho. It's fast and furious here on Chaos Corner. Revolution, AEW, live to tape and live at the same fucking time. Here we go now with the back edge knife chops. Jericho slapping the shit out of Hook. Far side goes Hook. Big boot to the chest on Jericho. Jericho misses the clothesline. The T-bone by Hook on Jericho. Hook again laying in wait on Jericho. Once again, nice reversal into a second suplex. Bridge, here's the pin. Almost a 3 count. Could you imagine if they were to sell Hook like this and he would win the 8-man scramble and then get a future shot? Maybe at Joe if Joe retains tonight, and I say he's going to. Hobbs tosses Hook outside. Now it's Hobbs and Jericho. Reversal into the corner. Oh, Hobbs misses with the big splash. Goes over the top rope. May have hit that ring post. Jericho with the kick off the top of the rope. Down goes Hobbs outside of the ring. Everybody's outside of the ring once again here at Revolution. We're 17 minutes into this matchup. Now Hobbs picking up Jericho. Oh, big power slam outside of the ring. It's almost impossible to call this, and they just called Powerhouse Hobbs world most dangerous slam on the outside to Jericho. I wonder what Mark Henry thinks of that. Did he give him his blessing? I think he did. Hobbs taking off the straps. Oh, and Jericho out of nowhere with some sort of fluid, powder. I don't know what the heck it was. Foam machine into the face of Powerhouse Hobbs. Hobbs and Jericho are both down. Cage and Hook on the inside of the ring. Big boot to the jib by Hook on Cage. Brian Cage misses with the clothesline. And then a big knee to the jib on Hook. Cage taking over right now. Cage is an animal. Picks up Hook like he's a child, which he is. Oh, with a version of the old Brock Lesnar F5. Where's Lesnar right now? Wardlow in out of nowhere. Cage with a big knee to the jib on Wardlow. Oh, headbutt by Wardlow on Cage out of nowhere. Boom, big clothesline. Down goes Cage. It's Wardlow and Cage right now. Once again, setting him up for the power slam. Boom, the power bomb, and he hits it. But out of nowhere, Dante Martin with the roll-up. 2 count on Wardlow. Super kick by Martin on Wardlow. Out goes Wardlow. Picks up the much smaller Magnus. Beautiful slam by Martin. Archer breaks up the pin count. He's going to go for the choke slam. This is like the second time. Big clothesline by Archer. Bodies everywhere. This really is a clusterfuck of a matchup. Trying to call this, do you have any idea how hard this is? It's 9/11 Eastern Standard Time. Martin's all over the place. Agile, mobile, nimble. Beautiful spring somersault onto Lance Archer by Dante Martin. Wow. Can I just say that? And wow spelled backwards is wow. Big power slam by Wardlow on Dante Martin. Clothesline on Archer. Archer goes over the top rope. Everybody's outside. It's Hook and Wardlow right now. And Hook out of nowhere trying to jump up on the monkey sleeper again. Wardlow just pulls him right over. Oh, and that headbutt to the jib, but he looks like he missed him. And then the big clothesline. Down goes Hook. Now Wardlow over on Dante Martin, setting him up for the series of power bombs right here. He gets him up. Wardlow, bang on the power bomb. Covers him. Here's the count. There it is. Wardlow pins Dante Martin to win the 8-man scramble as predicted. At least I got this one right. Wardlow in a total clusterfuck of a match where everybody was getting their spots in all over the place. I'm glad you guys stuck with me on this one. Wardlow in the third bout here at Revolution wins the scramble to take on the AEW champion, no matter who it is, at some point down the road. They're trying to bring back Wardlow. You could see what a clusterfuck they did with this guy the last 2 years. So the right man won this matchup. This was pure chaos, pun intended. Come on back for the live to tape watch along with the GOC here on Chaos Corner. I'll say that to say this. Don't you dare miss it. Oh, check out the previous uploads. We're doing this in segments, match by match. It doesn't get any better than this.